I call her your name. Where are you calling from?
Jay, South Texas.
I knew it. That's why I held it off, homie, because I knew you were going to call Jay from South Texas. What's cracking, homie?
What's up, artist? What's up? What's up to your guest there, man?
What's going on? The pad, what do you think about tonight?
Hey, yeah, man, no, it's a good show. It's a dope show. I just got a few questions. I got a few real questions. You know the type of questions that I ask. Well, let me start with the first one. So do you guys really think that Narcan being so accessible is really helping addicts, or is it hurting them even more?
I mean, personally, I've brought back 9 people with Narcan myself. So personally, I know those lives they were going to die. They were passing away, and those 9 lives were affected by me personally. So
wow,
yeah, it saves lives.
Yeah.
And, okay, and let me follow up on that. And then after you saved that life, did that addict kick the drug, or did he continue to use?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they ended up.
Are you saying?
I think that's
Jay. My bad, homie. I don't mean to cut you off, but are you saying that it would be better to let that person pass away than to use Narcan because they're going to continue to do dope?
Well, Marvelous. It's not really about saying it's okay for a person to die,
right?
But what I'm saying is that. But what I'm also saying is that I don't think it's okay to baby these people, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there is consequences in life, and yes, if you use certain drugs, you're gonna die, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that fear, you know, might help somebody kick that, or not even try it in the first place. You know, because there is such thing as tough love, man.
Yeah.
And it's a sensitive subject, and I don't want to sound like an asshole either.
Well, that's how you sound.
You know that
Can I just
go for it?
I mean, I wish I had Narcan on hand when I found my son overdosed.
Wow.
So you know, and he was.
I feel that, homie.
He was experimenting. You know, he was trying this and trying that, and took a little bit this, a little bit to that, and he took a little bit too much. You know. So by the time I found him, he was already gone. There was no Narcan, you know what I mean? So with, you know, I don't know, losing a child to addiction kind of gives you a different perspective, you know?
Yeah.
Go for it,
I feel you 100% on that one.
Yeah, I understand where he... Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, and it's like sometimes we have to put up some boundaries with our family members, right? It's because like we can baby them and be like, oh, it's okay, you know, I know you have an addiction, you know. At some point when it's affecting me in my life, I know that I have to put up a boundary, and you know, sometimes we have to kick them out. You know, sometimes we have to kick them out and tell them like, you go, but you can't do it here, you know. And we have to give them that tough love. But you know, when you're ready to get clean, I'm right here. You know, that's really all you can say, you know. But yeah, definitely, Narcan is definitely saving lives. It's like saying this, like people don't, we can't stop using, you know, and we're willing to die for it. You know, unfortunately, it's like the person that is diabetic, you know, and keeps using. And why do they keep eating like that? Why do they keep doing it? It's not that easy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jay, I understand what you're saying, dog. Like tough love, right? But I think when it comes to actually ODing, homie, like if you were that person, I'm gonna try my best to save your life every single time, homie.
Just your humanity, your humanity.
I wouldn't be able to let you go, dog. Like you know, I want to keep you around to argue with you.
No. Yeah, yeah, no, and I get it. No. I get it. That's why I said. This is a real topic. You know what I mean? And I think it's good to get different points of view. You know what I mean? So as far as that, you know, I am on the fence. That's why I started with the question. You know, I don't know if it's a good idea to have it out there or not, but I do know that, you know, tough love works sometimes. You know what I mean? And I've seen it work. And the second question that I had, or the second point, is because I heard you guys mention it, but I don't think it's fair or cool to attribute addiction to poverty, because that gives poor people a bad look. And there's a saying that I say is like, you can be poor, but you don't have to be dirty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can be poor, but just because you're poor doesn't, or come from a broken home, I don't think that has anything to do with with becoming an addict as an adult. You know, like, we're adults, and as an adult, if you're still dwelling on your childhood, I mean, I don't, you know, we're adults. Come on, you know what I mean? We got to step it up, and we're in the real world. You know what I mean? Or are we not?
Yeah, we are, but. You know, you can't associate everybody with your mentality. Exactly. That, you know, you might be, you know, your mind might be a little bit more level than a lot of people, but a lot of people, you know, contribute their whatever they're going through in their life, you know, to their mother and dad, or something that they've seen, or some sort of abuse, you know. Maybe it didn't happen to them personally, but maybe they know somebody close to them that it could be it could have been a sexual assault, it could have been anything, you know, anything, homie. Yeah. And they're gonna go ahead and, you know, find themselves addicted to something because they're fighting some kind of inner demon. You know what I mean? Go for it, Nor. What's up?
Could also be a veteran.
Norby says it could have been a veteran that worked at Taco Bell.
I think if I would have came from Malibu, if I lived in Malibu with $1 million parents, I think I would have had a different life. I'm almost positive I would have had a different life. You know,
but that's not to say that you wouldn't have become an addict. Let me tell you, addiction hits every walks of life. You can be rich.
In your house, there's drugs everywhere. Right. So you grew up looking at drugs and being influenced by drugs, right?
Yeah. And as far as poverty, I don't think it just attacks poverty. It attacks rich people, poor people, girls, guys, sexual orientation, different type of sexual orientation. It attacks everybody. Nobody's exempt from addiction, you know? And circumstances are different.
But I do agree with him at the point, like, eventually we have to put our childhood to the past. And we got to grow up and we got to be adults. Eventually.
Right. All right, Jay.
Yeah, man. And last thing, Marvin.
One more.
And I think this is where it's at. Rather than poverty, do you think that drug addiction is attributed to the gang culture?
I think it's attributed to the CIA culture.
Yeah. I don't think, like, you know, they blame a lot of the things on, like, cartels and all that, but no, man, these people making this stuff and testing it on you know, society or humanity, it's coming from higher up. You know, some certain individuals, bro, that have this agenda all planned out. You know, whether it's focusing on a I feel like it focuses a lot on our ethnicity, but it does. Addiction, it affects everybody. You know, everybody. You know that. You know, I don't want to say that they have a weak mind, but you know, they let their guard down. I'll just say that. They let their guard down, and they think that this is going to numb the pain, and tomorrow they don't realize it's going to be there again. Right. It's going to be there again. You can only numb it for so long until you're not here anymore, and then, okay, you don't got to worry about it anymore, but you're not going to be here either. So it's just about, you know, waking up and having a good support system, I believe, bro, and removing that person from that environment that they have, you know, built their nest in.
Yeah, the pattern that I see, and you know, I'm in Texas. You're out in California, but the pattern just from hearing this conversation and other conversations, the pattern that I see is gangs, addiction go hand in hand. Unfortunately, out where you're from, you know what I mean? That's what we see. Look from the outside looking in. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you know, I think that maybe getting rid of one. You can get rid of the other. I don't know, but I do see that pattern, man. I might be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'd be the first one to admit it and say, you know what, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But that's what I see from outside looking in.
Yeah.
That a drug addiction, especially tecatos, got to do a lot with gang culture, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I know it's two different things, but I see it as it going hand in hand.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jay, for calling. Appreciate you. The conversation's always good with you, homie. So thank you. My respects to you and the familia. But thank you for calling, homie.
Yes, sir.
All right.